The Edificio de España building is located in one of the most important and emblematic streets of Madrid and facing the Plaza de España. Built in 1953, it was supposed to be a symbol of progress during Francisco Franco's dictatorship. With 25 stories, it was the tallest building in Spain until the construction of its partner building in Plaza de España, the Torre de Madrid. Its designers were Julián and José María Otamendi, two brothers, architect and engineer respectively, who were also owners of the Compañía Inmobiliaria Metropolitana, one of the most important real estate companies in Spain in those times, and who handled also the construction.
It housed the Hotel Crown Plaza, as well as offices, apartments, a shopping center, and a swimming pool on the rooftop.
However, the lack of funds and material those times has caused that the building was built using reinforcing concrete, which is not the most appropriate material for a skyscraper. Its neo-Baroque style was also too old-fashioned back then, while modern architecture has already reached its apogee. Nevertheless, it has become one of the most important architectural landmarks in the city.
In 2006, the building was left by its owner due to high operating costs. Since then, the building has been abandoned and with no use. Being passed down by several owners, it was finally purchased by the Chinese real estate company Wanda, which has turned the tables completely.
An architectonic activist, Sara Macias, is going to let us in on the details. Good morning, Sara.
Good morning.
Please tell us, what does Wanda want to do with the building?
When Wanda purchased the building, it had no use, but it had the second level of architectural protection, which means that only little renovation were allowed inside it, and the whole facade should be completely preserved. However, Wanda, with his political connections, reduced the architectural protection to the third level, which means that only the main facade and the lateral ones mustn't be changed.
And what was Wanda's intentions with these changes?
Afterwards, Wanda planned to demolish the building and rebuild it with a new shape and finish, keeping only the main facade. That's utterly outrageous. What's more, it's illegal. We will keep fighting against it.
Thanks, Sara.
On the other hand, architects and engineers hired by Wanda are arguing that due to the structural conditions, it is not possible to do any renovations without making any major changes to the structure.
This is why we are here today with the expert architect Ricardo Roca, who is going to share his professional views on this matter. Good morning, Ricardo.
Good morning, thanks for having me.
What's your professional opinion about the building?
Firstly, I would like to assert that I haven't seen any of those assessments that support the need to demolish the building. They might be wrong, but probably Mr. Wanda is just afraid of controversies. If someone were to discover that they have made a mistake in their work for the building. Secondly, I strongly believe that instead of demolishing, there is another alternative. I have visited the building with the Heritage Protection Commission, and in spite of the obvious fact that it may need significant changes, with the right plans and measures, the current condition is for sure solvable.
We know now your personal opinion towards Wanda's company, but now the audience would like to know your personal opinion about the building. Is it even worth preserving?
That's a fine question. It is true that the building is not sublime, it is old-fashioned and even far from beautiful. However, it's been there almost half a century, playing an important role in our hearts and minds. We got used to it. Citizens would be shocked if it were to disappear instantly. It has become one of the symbols of the city. People shouldn't see it fall, and I do not wish it either.
Thanks for your personal and professional opinion.
Nevertheless, it is important to know the opinion of the opposite side. This is why we asked Wanda to meet in person, but unfortunately he refused. The following day, he sent us an invitation to meet one of his representatives here in Spain, Miguel Lee. He is going to tell us, at the Wanda's headquarters, the official statements of the company against the previously presented pronouncements.
Good morning, Mr. Manzano. We are really looking forward to taking over with this situation. We have ordered some assessments that support the idea for demolition. What is more, they both wouldn't have known anything about the current building's condition if it hadn't been for some visit many years ago. I don't see why it should be considered as relevant at all.
I beg your pardon? The truth is that you wanted to rebuild it since the beginning. Maybe due to the high value that underground car park will have.
That statement is completely unfounded. We have no other choice. Moreover, however, if the city's council doesn't allow us to rebuild, we'll have to sell the building again. We are working with the local government to reach an agreement, and we only want the best for the city and the citizens.
Nice word, but the truth is that you went in the wrong direction all time. I hope that your statements could be carried out once.
The Edificio España is one of the most important landmarks in Madrid's landscape. Its unbeatable location makes it an excellent opportunity to restore its previous splendor. It could be a great shame to see it die.